Tav X, period, becoming one. Tav X, period, becoming one. It's a new Yesh from Israel, Hebrew on the island too. Today's video is going to be end time solutions for wicked Gentiles and lawless negroes burrowing and digging holes. Let's see, he's one. Why he's wearing them glasses that look like they have a reddish, brownish tinge to it? Yeah, I'm trying to protect my eyes from this blue screen laptop that they made it as a plot to destroy us and give us bad health problems. And my eyes hurt, so I said, let me put these on, shield my eyes a little bit. Um, we'll give like 6 minutes, see if anybody comes in the room. And the reason why I didn't go on earlier was because the lights kept going off. They went off several times this whole day. And I want to try to do the video without the lights going off. I got a few interesting clips I want to show you, and some scripture came to mind. So, I want to try to get this news out. Hopefully your week has been going pretty good. How do they look? Do they look crazy? I mean, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah. But I ain't trying to look sexy, all right, this time. My eyes hurt, so, try to protect my eyes. Like, I have clear ones, but I don't think they work. I think they were a scam. So I got these ones recommended by some ex-brain doctor, surgeon, and he said, get these types. I said, all right, I'll listen to him. Not that I listen to doctors. He was a mainstream neurosurgeon until he started speaking. He gave him the boot. Now he's mad with him, and he starts telling all the secrets. So he told me to get these colored when you're looking at your bright blue screen. When the cars that are coming towards you when you're driving, they got blue lights. You don't know that they blue, but they blue lights. And all it is designed to mess your eyeballs up and give you things. So since my eyes hurt, they don't feel the best. I said, let me wear these. So I'm starting to try to wear them while I'm doing watching videos and looking at my phone and stuff like that. So hope you guys have been good. Oh, excuse me. I won't keep you long, but this was an interesting couple clips I saw, and scripture came to mind. So I said, yeah, let me put this up for the weekend. End time solution for wicked Gentiles and dusty non-law keeping negroes burrowing deep holes. At 4 minutes, 29 seconds. And listen, I'm retired, so, thank the Most High I got free time. Even though my time is not free, my time is busy all day. I got a lot of things that I do. But, I don't have restraints on my time where, I got to hurry up and get all this done, go to bed because I have to go to work tomorrow. So I don't have that type of restraint. But I have pressure on me because I like to complete a lot of tasks. Studying, doing exercises, studying a little Spanish, doing other alternative exercises for my eyes and my mobility and stuff like that. We're at 5 minutes, 17 seconds. I guess we're going to start at 7 minutes, whether anybody comes on or not. And most likely, maybe some people are on, but they're just not commenting. End-time solution for wicked Gentiles. I didn't write it, but I'm just saying it now. Dusty Negro Hebrews, lawless Hebrews, digging, burrowing deep holes. And many Hebrews, whether Messianic or Torah, a lot of them don't. They read, maybe a verse or two here or there. Oh, excuse me. They read a verse or two here or there, but they don't read a lot. And I know a lot of you guys are not reading. You're not fooling me. Okay. You're not fooling me. So today I'm going to read a whole chapter that's connected to this title. I'm going to show a couple clips and call it quits just for today. End time solution for wicked Gentiles and dusty negroes, lawless negroes, digging deep, burrowing deep holes. We're at 6 minutes 43 seconds, and I will begin very shortly. And I'm keeping my word. We're at 7 minutes. All right, this is a new Yeshua Israel Hebron Island 2. I was inspired by this video that I'm going to do right now. And forgive me for yawning. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not bored or tired of reading our law and history book. Is that I go to bed very late. I'm tired. I don't even work. So anyway, I was inspired yesterday when I saw a clip. And then that led me to watch a couple other clips. And then Isaiah chapter 2 came to mind. And let's just read it together. I'm not going to explain this video, even though it's really self-explanatory. But let's read. Let's see what our major prophet or forefathers said in Isaiah chapter 2. We're going to read the whole chapter. You guys getting antsy, start itching and moving around like you got ADD. Leave the room now because I'm reading the whole chapter of Isaiah chapter 2. For the serious ones who have undivided loyalty to the Most High, 2 feet in, preaching to the choir. You're going to stay in because you're interested in the word of the Most High. You're not interested in me making jokes, even though I can make some funny jokes. Uh, you know, but no, we want to immerse ourselves in the Most High's word because he said, those that please the Most High endows wisdom too. The only way you're going to please the Most High is you get into his word because in Proverbs chapter 4, it says, don't lose sight of them. Them is the commandments. Don't lose sight of them because they are the life to your spirit. And a lot of you guys have dead spirits. You have dead spirits because you're not into this. You're really not. You're good for one or two, or that old Christian stuff you got in you. Some of you still got it in you. You when you hear that Porky and Pastor, we read 1, 2 verses and take them out of context, and then just start talking foolishness or speaking in tongues, stuck tongues and rolling around on the carpet with a donation plate. You love that, but actual listening to a whole you mean you're going to read a whole chapter? Yes, that describes the video I'm doing today. End time solution, wicked Gentiles and lawless negroes digging deep holes. Isaiah chapter 2. The word that Isaiah, son of Amos, prophesied concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And for some of you guys that, oh, you don't talk too much about prophecy. Well, this is a prophecy. There's a whole bunch of them unfolding right before our eyes. You know, I try to keep our nose peeled to the script so we don't lose sight of them. Because the only way you're going to please the Most High is you gain wisdom. The only way you're going to gain wisdom is if you read the scripture, and that's what I'm going to do right now to you. Help you guys out a little bit. Isaiah chapter 2, the word that Isaiah, son of Amos, prophesied concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the days to come, and we're living in those days, in the days to come, the mount of the Lord's house shall stand firm above the mountains and tower above the hills, and all the nations shall gaze on it with joy. And the many people shall go and say, come, let us go up to the mount of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may instruct us in his ways, and that he may walk in his path. For instruction shall come forth from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Thus he will judge among the nations and arbitrate for the many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation. They shall never again know war. See, this is end time stuff. The new Yeshua Mizra, you call hell. I teach on the end times as well, which I'm doing today. This is prophecies that are unfolding in front of us and that are currently going on. I don't even realize it. I'm going to show you right now. Some of you do, but anyway, to continue in Isaiah chapter 2, verse 5, O house of Jacob, come, let us walk by the light of the Lord. For you have forsaken the ways of your people, O house of Jacob. For they are full of practice from the east, and of soothsaying like the Philistines. They abound in customs of the aliens. Their land is full of silver and gold. There is no limits to their treasures. Their land is full of horses. There is no limit to their chariots. And their land is full of idols. They bow down to the works of their hands, to what their own fingers have wrought. But the man shall be humbled. But the man shall be humble. We're in the humbling phase of this end time world history. But man shall be humbled, and mortal brought low. Oh, do not forgive them. Go deep into the rock. This is what this video is about. Go deep into the rock. Bury yourself in the ground before the terror of the Lord. Because in Job chapter 18, the Most High is the king of terror. Find that. It's not in the, it says it in the Tanakh, but it says in the KJV. He's the king of terror. Go deep into the rock, bury yourself in the ground before the terror of the Lord and his dread majesty. Man's haughty look shall be brought low, and the pride of mortals shall be shall be humbled. None but the Lord shall be exalted in that day. All you haughty men and women of the earth that seek the praises of the men on the earth, and the things, the material things of the earth, you're going to be brought low. And the only thing that's going to be exalted is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The only one found in Exodus 3:14 that told Moses, tell Pharaoh, let my people go to come and worship me. My name forever is I am that I am, I will be. Ahia Asher Ahia. Verse 12 of Isaiah chapter 2. For the Lord of hosts has ready a day against all that is proud and arrogant, against all that is lofty, so that it is brought low, against all the cedars of Lebanon, tall and stately, and all the oaks of Bashan, against all the high mountains and all the lofty hills, against every soaring tower and every mighty wall, against all the ships of Tarshish and all the gallant barks. The man's haughtiness shall be humbled, and the pride of man brought low. None but the Lord shall be exalted in that day. You know, you got Optimus Prime, a Tesla robot. Kim Kardashian is making heart signs with him and high-fiving and doing paper rocks and scissors with it and shit like that. You're haughty. I can do anything. We can do almost everything. You're going to be brought low. We're in the season of you being brought low. And I know you're digging in your holes thinking you're going to escape. There's no escape. Verse 18 of Isaiah chapter 2. As for idols, they shall vanish completely. Your Optimus robot and whatever else you got going on. And men shall enter caverns in the rocks. As for idols, they shall vanish completely. And men shall enter caverns in the rocks and hollows in the ground before the terror of the Lord and his dread majesty when he comes forth to overawe the earth. As for the idols, they shall vanish completely, and men shall enter caverns in the rock and hollows in the ground before the terror of the Lord and his dread majesty when he comes forth to overawe the earth. The great and terrible, awesome day of the Most High is approaching. You guys are going to be burrowing in the caverns of the rocks. And you're doing it now. You've been doing it for a couple of years because you know what's coming. Verse 20 of Isaiah chapter 2. On that day, men shall fling away to the flying foxes and the bats, the idols of silver and the idols of gold, which they made for worshiping. They shall enter the clefts in the rocks. We're talking about the rocks. You guys are burrowing in the rocks. And you're doing it at a high rate now. Some cheaply and some very expensively. And they shall enter the clefts in the rocks, in the crevices in the cliffs, before the terror of the Lord and his dread majesty, when he comes forth to overawe the earth. Oh, cease to glorify man, who has only a breath in his nostrils, for by what does he merit esteem? All what you should be worrying now in this last season of earth history is 2 Chronicles chapter 30 that Anuha loves to say. 2 Chronicles chapter 30. Those who set their mind on worshiping the Most High, he provides atonement. It's the only way you're going to be atoned. You worshiping the Most High each day. How you worshiping? Just praying and stuff. You got to be in his word. You got to be keeping his laws. You have to have undivided loyalty. You have to strive for purity. That's my motto of Hebrew on the Island too. I say Tav X, which is the 400 numeric value of the Phoenician Hebrew alphabet. It means purity and becoming one. This is not a Wakanda or any New Age sign or whatever. This is the 400 numeric value pictograph of the Phoenician Hebrew alphabet. It's the cross sticks. So as our major prophet, forefather Isaiah said, they're going to be burrowing in the clefts and the holes in the rocks, deep. Excuse me. So when I saw these video clips, I said, that is right down the alley of Isaiah chapter 2, as we just read together. Hope you guys with ADD were able to hang in there for the whole chapter reading. I know a lot of you did, and I give you applause. And I give you thanks for doing that, because that's the only way you're going to not lose sight of them. Memorizing and reading them, studying them, listening to them. Today you listen to, don't lose sight of them, to them. Okay. Now let's start with this one. Let me turn the fan off so you could hear it better. This is going to be a short video. It's not going to be a long video.
Have you guys ever heard of Rock City? Mm-mm. It's, I've heard of a little bit about it, but it's way bigger than what I actually saw. Check it out. All right. Hey, I'm delivering here into these caves. Oh. Look what the sign says. I don't know how to name. 5 million square feet available. Is that dreaming? 5 million square feet under here. Hey, I'm in the cave, man. I'm actually delivering pizza crust.
Fair use, fair use.
Delivering pizza crust was only 15,000 pounds, light as hell. About 40 miles from the house.
Fair use, fair use.
Y'all cannot tell me that your food.
Okay. You saw that. And let me do my fair use because I forgot. Fair use, fair use. 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And this was for purposes of criticism and comment and teaching on my Teaching Torah and Tanakh Only channel. Fair use, fair use. So you saw it. 53 million square feet or some crazy stuff. I tell you, they're digging the holes. They already know. They know what's coming. The elites. And listen, don't think that it's just the elites. The low Karens and Bobs, they know what's coming too. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them know what's coming. They know what's coming. You know, some of you guys just try to say, oh, no, it's just the rich people and stuff like that. No, 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 no. The Most High is putting that spirit of terror upon them, of dread, of the, shit hits the fan. It's coming. They don't know the whole picture because remember in Psalm 147, 19 and 20, he gave his word to Jacob and his statutes and judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nations, for their judgments they don't know, and praise ye the Most High. In Proverbs 28, evil men know not the judgments of the Most High, but those that seek the Most High understand all things. That's why I'm showing you they're burrowing and digging deep holes. And they've been doing it for several years now because they know what's coming. And they think they're going to be able to run and hide in the cliffs of the rock deep away from the Most High and his saints with the clubs. It's not going to happen. And it's not them. They're doing it just, World War III, nuclear devastations and all that. They're not thinking about the scripture, about the prophecies. But here at Hebrew on the Island too, we know about the prophecies. They don't. Wicked men understand not the judgments of the Most High. They think that it's just crazy Caucasian and heathen men going to push the buttons and blow up everything, make zombies and crazy viruses and do all this stuff. And I gotta be able to survive through all that. So I gotta burrow deep down. And I gotta store all my gold and silver, which all is coming back to the Israelites. The apple of the Most High's eye. All right, let's watch even poor guys doing the same thing. A lot of you guys, it's just the rich guys just do it. And it's not. No. Fair use, as I said before. On 107, let me read it again. Fair use. 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. I'm going to be commenting and criticizing. I like the criticizing part. Hold on, check it out. It's not just rich people.
I quarried the whole garden right underneath my feet. I made an underground bunker. Watch out today, because sooner or later, my star's looking to run like an 80s waiter. Said he won't rip you off. He's not that kind of guy. Just keep it on the top and short up the side. It seems that street talk is being put on the shelf. I wouldn't want my ear done by anybody else. It's gonna take an inch like a physical trader. Just you don't ever flinch or you be no better. You won't have feeling dead. Man, they're always fine. Street talk is going nowhere. Stuck on the borderline. It seems that street talk is being put on the shelf. I wouldn't want my year done by anybody else. We all make mistakes, especially each other. The left on mine is gonna hold me down. You know that feeling, Dave. They're not your brothers. Just not on mine is gonna stand me up from the ground.
Now, it's nearly 5 years old now, so how is it keeping up? As you never know when you might need it. As you can see, it completely blends in. If you didn't know it was here, you wouldn't know it was here. The grass is all the same now. It's pretty flat. I've got houses behind me, which I didn't have before. The solid shed is still a really solid shed. If you want to see how to make that shed, there is a video showing you how to make that shed. And that shed actually won Shed of the Year in 2017 for the bunker bit as well. All looks pretty normal up here. Let's have a look. It's just as amazing as the day I built it.
Is this the real thing? Or is
This place has stood still in time. Even the tape is still stuck to the walls. The ladder, of course, of it being stainless steel, they've got no corrosion, it's got no damage on it or anything. The only thing I have changed in the tunnel, as I've got to call it, is I have lacquered the walls and I've added 4 vents into the floor. And I'll get onto why I did that shortly when I'm in the main room. The only other thing which has happened in here, which hasn't happened anywhere else in the whole bunker, is there's a bit on the wall here that sounds hollow. I'm guessing the cement has contracted slightly. No other place in the whole bunker does it sound like that. Right then, on to the main bit. This is still one of the best things I have ever made.
through your bones? Is it racing through your soul? Does it reassure your mind? When I say don't let me go. 'Cause every time you speak, I don't know what it does to me, but it makes me feel so weak. And I can see your legs.
Now, stats on the room. It's 24 foot long by 16 foot wide. The ceiling is 8 foot high in the centre. The whole thing is covered in about a foot of concrete. It's a tiny bit thinner in some places, and it's a tiny bit thicker in some places. The distance between the top of the ceiling and the surface is just under 3 foot. About 18 inches, nearly half of that, is concrete. And also within that concrete is a load of steel beams for extra strength. Now, in August 2020, it will be about 5 years old, and I'm standing here, and it does not look any different to the day we made it. There is even still footprints on the ceiling from when the sheets of metal were stood in a heap at the top of the hole. Now, there's a few other marks. I've got some black soot up on the ceiling here because I've got a flame-throwing guitar, and we filmed that video down here of me basically flame-throwing the ceiling, because you can do that down here. It's a metal box. The ceiling will not catch fire. This is one of the things that I actually use it for. It's a pretty good set because it's a constant. The lighting's always the same. There's no road noise. There's no wind down here or anything. The Deus Ex video of me with my arm-mounted rocket launchers, I filmed that down here. We can fire fireworks down here. It doesn't matter. There's a burn mark on the ceiling down there where we blew a drone up. It's brilliant for that. So I get asked, do I use it? Yes, I do. Other than filming in here, I've got the 3D printer down here. That could be whirring away all night. It's not going to keep anybody up. I watched the Formula 1 down here because it's got Sky TV. Also, Rick, who helps me out, he's in a blues band. This is the ultimate band practice room.
All right. I don't want to watch no more of these terrible music from the Heathens, because I don't like a lot of their music. But anyway, you get the point. And I got one more video, and then we're gonna call it quits. Hopefully this was educational. This video was more educational. and we'll call it wraps. All right, this is a detailed tour of a $30 million bunker. So I just demonstrated to you. They got crazy bunker cities all around, this not all around America and around the world. And they got private ones for rich people, middle class, and even maybe, I don't know about poor, but middle class people, like, lower people, they're doing it too. But they will not be able to escape in their hollow cliffs of the rocks. They're holes in the ground. They won't be able to escape the wrath of the Most High, which is coming. Psalm 79, and that's what I pray every day. Psalm 79, pour your wrath upon the heathens, for they have not known you. And it says in Obadiah 1:15, for the day of the Most High is near to all the heathens. For what you have done, it will be done to you. Your reward shall return on your own head. And this is one of the reasons why, even subconsciously, they're doing these things, and they have been doing them for a while now. Check this last video out.
Guys, welcome to the world's most high-tech luxury bomb shelter located right here in good old Kansas, USA. Let's go take a look inside this $30 million bunker.
Destination is on your right.
How you doing? Good.
Welcome to Survival Condo.
Wow, I have seen this so many times on YouTube and TikTok, and I'm here for myself. You've got an armed guard right there and a nice little private driveway. So this is a Titan II, correct?
No,
What was it?
it was an Atlas F.
Oh, it's an Atlas F. Okay. I thought for some reason it was a Titan II.
No, these were nuclear hardened, designed to withstand a 20 kiloton nuclear warhead detonated within a half mile, and they would still be fully functional.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at it. Tell me everything about it, your doors, your generator, air supply. I know most people don't get into all that, but that's what I'm really into. These are impressive doors. Are these the original doors?
No, this is all new. This is all new.
Wow.
I built all this, but each one of these halves is 16,000 pounds or 8 tons.
And what bar rating are these?
20?
20 bars? Well, they'd have to be if you're going to take a nuke.
Yeah, these are pretty high. Before we put the hydraulics on, my son, when he was like 8 years old, could open these with one hand.
Really? Wow, I love that noise.
You see on the wall there?
Yeah.
Was the original silo cap. And when this place was operational as a missile base, you would walk up and you could walk right onto that missile level with the ground. So we excavated this down quite a bit actually. And everything above and outside that white line is new construction. So that wall where it's white is 9 feet thick going in, and going down it's 9 feet thick.
Wow.
So the cap and the walls for the upper 35 feet are 9 feet thick.
What size warhead did the missile carry that was going to be launched from this unit?
It varied on these because they had these early generations, but they were basically Hiroshima size.
15 kiloton?
Right. They were,
Wow.
They had a couple different technologies, and they were playing with that stuff.
So what do you have here?
Each unit has an outdoor parking space and an indoor parking space. And so, like during certain type of threat scenarios where your clients come, it could be like dangerous outside. There could be people taking pot shots. Most of our clients have armored vehicles. We could open the doors, they could drive in here, and they could unload in safety and not worry about getting shot at and stuff. So
Now, what is this?
it takes, like Yellowstone, they predict it would put ash over the entire planet everywhere we get something. But here in Kansas, we can expect 4 to 6 feet of volcanic ash. Well, that would overwhelm our nuclear, biological, and chemical air filters. So we have this Donaldson torrent unit, which acts as like a cyclonic filter, and it takes the heavy particulate out. It's like a pre-filter.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't overwhelm our system.
This is impressive already.
They did all of our blast valves all set up. So these outside walls are 16 inches thick. So it was a lot of money.
We got here, game room
So,
and movie theater.
no, just a game room. This is an Xbox setup.
Xbox.
There are two sides because I've got 2 clients that have family heirloom pinball machines that they want to bring up here. So there's a couple.
That's nothing wrong with that. So since you finished this in 2012 to 2024 today, technology has changed a lot. There's a thing called the iPhone now. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got an internal cell phone repeater system. We also have a state-of-the-art mesh Wi-Fi system.
You got Pac-Man. That's all that's needed. That's from, we had this in the 80s.
Well, that's 12 different games in that one.
Oh, really?
This one has 129 games. This looks like an old style machine,
Yeah.
but it's really got modern stuff in it. So this has got 129 different games. This has Missile Command and asteroids. It's got everything on it.
Foosball. Well, you got all the games here.
Yeah, it's you need to keep the kids busy. Yeah. So. But this is a picture of our rocket. This is our rocket ball we looked at. Show some, but that's the missile was in this place.
Well, you didn't buy it with the missile in it, did you?
No. A little more expensive for the cleanup. But anyway, we've got all these. Put down the SpaceX.
And what is this room right here?
This is the common room, we call it. And it's got a billiards table. It's got 2 different TV setting group, the one in front of the white one, and then it's got the red one over here with the fireplace. So that's a ventless. It burns gel, but it's a real flame, but it's a real, like, you don't have to have
This one, I like this room.
So
it's comfortable.
Then we have a conference meeting over here. We can do Zoom calls, all kinds of stuff.
Nice kitchen.
Yeah, fully functioning kitchen. Got Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances in here, and dishwasher, granite. Yep.
It's very, very nice.
And the parents can get together and sit in the girls' night together and talk, and they get to know each other. And they were making ideas. Well, hey, if we ever had to spend years in here, this is what I think we should do. And they had all kinds of fun doing that.
So, how many different families own apartments in here, or condos, whatever you call it?
Well, there's 14 units in here, and
There's 14 floors of condos.
there's 14 units. Some are full floor, some are half floor, some are hotel suites like this.
Okay.
So
I'm not underground. I'm going to stay in the refrigerator.
so you got.
Is this where you put the media? Okay.
I generally don't let them.
Oh, you got TV?
I got a couple of people that let stay here, but it's just a different.
This is nice.
Welcome to the beach. This is where we get a lot of drama because people, for whatever reason, when they see the pictures online, they go, "Oh, they used to fisheye lens, or it's a trick photography or something."
Holy cow. Wow, it's so big.
Yeah, the pool's 75 feet long.
Is it heated?
Yeah, it's all geothermally heated.
So I could go swimming in there.
Yeah.
Really?
It's, the water is kept at plus or minus 2 degrees, and the air temperature, which is kept at 80. So generally, the water is between 80 and 82.
Really?
So
That is amazing. So what does the chlorine do to the building on the inside?
this is a saltwater pool.
Oh,
We
okay.
store large amounts of chlorine.
So that's the key, is salt water.
Salt water, and it keeps it. This is a high-tech pool. It keeps the pH perfect.
This is amazing.
I can't tell you which one. We have this American in here.
Have you really?
So,
Well, now you've had me. No big deal. So here's a question. How blast rated is this part compared to the rest of the bunker?
It's equivalent for a blast radius for a surface blast because of that wedge shape I told you about.
Yeah.
Shockwave would go right over it, and it's sufficiently strong for that.
And what we got here? Now this is connected right next to the.
Okay, you got the idea. They got a lot of nice stuff. They got a lot of nice stuff inside that bunker. As you can see, they are definitely they wouldn't spend that much money if they don't think that something is going to go off. But they think it's just men fighting with men. They don't realize that this is the Most High's earth story that's playing out and coming to the end. Hopefully this video was edifying to a little degree and just something that maybe you didn't know. Some of you knew about them building bunkers and stuff, but when I saw, the one underground bunker video from the first one that I showed you, that led me to Isaiah chapter 2, and I want to share it with you. So this is the New Year's from Israel, Island 2. Until next time.